So I made this pretty little piece of home decor. Have you ever finished a piece, stood back and looked at it and said, yep, it needs a little something, something more? Watch to see what I add and let me know if you would have left it alone or if it was worth adding. And I added some rhinestones down the center of the butterflies, but that's not it. I took a black Dollar Tree canvas and covered it in lace, and I wanted to marry it with this Walmart frame that I got, and it looks like barnwood, and I just wanted to dry brush some creamy white on top just to give it a little weathered look. So I'm using some Fusion Mineral Paint in the color Raw Silk, and I'm just like a little feather dry brushing over the frame and giving it a little weathered look. It doesn't take much paint and it dries really quick. And it kind of lends itself to a shabby chic look that I like so much. Once we get the paint on, I'm going to take that canvas and I'm going to add it with some hot glue right in the grooves of the frame. And I'm being very liberal with the hot glue, making sure that it'll stick well. Putting the canvas inside, and then right on top of the canvas, I'm going to add a little bit of hot glue and fold the backing of the frame right down. And I want to use the backing of the frame because I like that easel to be able to hold it upright once it's all done. Once we have it done, it looks like that. Okay, I'm going to make some quick rolled ribbon roses. Now, the other day I made some rolled fabric roses and I made a video of it right here. So if you're in the market of learning how to do that, you can go check that out. I made several of them ahead of time, but I just wanted to show you quickly how easy it is to make a ribbon rose, and I made a plethora of them in all shades of pink, and we're going to cover part of the butterfly's wing with all the little ribbon roses. You start by making a point at the edge of the ribbon and you start to roll it and furl it kind of like the inside of a real rose. And once you get that little roll started, then you simply twist and turn, add a dab of glue, twist and turn, add a dab of glue, and repeat until all of the ribbon is used in the rosette. Each time you turn and twist, it creates a petal. And as you get toward the outer petals, you do this more loosely so that the petals look big and full. I'll make sure that I link the video where I did the fabric rose because you'll be able to see better exactly how it's done. And of course, the more ribbon or fabric you use, the bigger the rose. These are made kind of small because the butterfly's wing is not that big. We didn't want to overpower it with the roses. We just needed little rosettes. And don't they turn out pretty? Now I got these butterflies from the center of a placemat I got from the Dollar Tree. I used the placemat on a beach bag that I made recently, and there's a video of that here as well. But I set these little butterflies aside for this project. I'm going to take these two little butterflies and I'm just going to hot glue the tiny one to the corner here, making sure that I don't glob the glue in the areas where it's going to poke through. Just kind of following the lines of the butterfly and adhering it to the corner. And I'm going to do the same thing with the center one. I start by placing the hot glue down the center of the butterfly's body, and then I'm just placing it in the same direction as the little butterfly, so it looks like they're flying in the same direction. Then going in once again and following the lines of the little vinyl butterfly and placing it down on the lacy mat or the lacy canvas. And I love it already. I love layering like this. It's so much fun. Now I get these little flowers on a roll from Hobby Lobby. They come in all different colors. These are the teal ones, and they come on a little netting, and I just cut them off and use them separately. What I'm doing here is I'm just laying a base for the butterfly wing. If there are any parts of the gold showing, it will be covered. I don't want the gold of the butterfly wing to be showing through. I want it all to be 100% little colorful, beautiful rosettes. So I believe I used 9 or maybe 11. I do work in odd numbers when I do something like this. So I made 3 each of each color of ribbon that will go on top of these little teal rosettes that were pre-made, but I made all of these. And there's hot pink and there's light pink, and actually I used a little bit of cream lace to make 3 little rosettes from as well. And what I'm doing here is I'm just getting a game plan going. I like to lay out where I'm going to glue my pieces just to make sure that it all looks good and flows well with the rest of the project. And the object here is to try not to put 2 of the same color pieces side by side. I know that hot pink looks like it's side by side with another hot pink, but it's actually a hot coral in reality. So they are not side by side, but I do move them around quite a bit to make sure that I am not putting them side by side with the same color. And once I get them all where I want them, I just simply add a little dollop of hot glue to the bottom of each of them, and I apply it right on the lace. Now I use all of the ones that are on the outer part of the wing, and then I go back in and do the center ones so that I don't forget as I'm gluing which ones I did and which ones I didn't do. It happens, so I try to have a little system here. It keeps me on track and gets them all placed nicely. Next, I'm just using this little filler flower that's kind of a coral color, and I'm just cutting it with my wire cutter and going in all the little spaces, adding a dollop of glue and filling it in. It just looks like everything is nice and tightly packed and full on the butterfly wing, and that's what you want. See, isn't that gorgeous? And what a super easy piece of home decor you've made for yourself or any butterfly lover that you might know. Now, as I said, I wasn't really satisfied with the frame as it was, so I went in with some essential stencil transfers, and look how beautiful they made it. These are super simple to apply, and I think it gave it just the right touch. Along with a little antique gold pint art wax, I added along the edge of the frame. I'd like to take this moment to thank you for watching and encourage you that if you like my videos, make sure you subscribe so you won't miss any of my upcoming uploads. And so you don't forget me. It's a little like Hansel and Gretel, like dropping breadcrumbs to find your way back. Thanks so much for watching.